This video is jam-packed with cozy inspiration and gorgeous Dollar Tree DIYs that'll give your home that warm, high-end fall look for just a few bucks. These turned out so fun and it's so exciting to get the first taste of fall. Please hit the thumbs up button and let's jump on into it. The cutting board that I'm going to be using in this craft is the new larger size. I am pairing it with one of these signs that I got last year for $1.25, but I'm sure if this was at the Dollar Tree right now, they're gonna increase the price like they are doing on so many things, which stinks, but things just like the cutting board are staying at the $1.25 price point, and you can order these in bulk online, so we can still craft with some of the more inexpensive pieces. So I'm going to make this a gorgeous sign. All you need is a larger sign. They have the plain natural wood ones if that's what you like, or just paint over anything that you already have or thrift something. I put some of this peel and stick wood pattern down just to make sure it has a lot of texture and detail, and then I stuck the rope around it because I didn't get it cut perfect to size. That's going to hide all the imperfections. And then for the cutting board, I thought I was going to do good by adding a little bit of dry brushing on it. I didn't love how splotchy it was, so I end up sanding over it to kind of blend it in a little bit more. It turns out looking good at the end, so bear with me. Added a couple of little tower blocks to the back, so this is elevated, and then just had fun decorating the front. Now this little pumpkin hanger did go up. You can see they're starting to put the red stickers over the price, but I still have a craft room full of supplies, so I know it's going to be confusing for a while. All of my ribbon and stuff like that usually still has the $1.25 stickers on it, so you'll have to check your store, or you can check online at dollartree.com and see the real prices. Even when you're in the store, it's still confusing. Some things say $1.50 underneath or the red sticker on there, and then when you get to the register, you're not sure what they're going to ring up for. But for this sign, I just stuck that little white pumpkin right on the cutting board. I added some little thumbtacks to the corners. I feel like that gives it more of a high-end look when you add the hardware. And then using some of these pressed flowers, I have some in these fun fall colors, but I'll link some down below if you're interested. And then I should have done this before I glued down the pumpkin, but I went ahead and just added these around just to add in extra detail. And then I love the new beige gingham ribbon that they've been putting out. They have so many pretty ribbons, so I just stuck a little bow on the pumpkin. But I think this looks so fun. It has so many things going on, so much detail, and I just feel like it's really gorgeous. This is budget friendly, something that you would pay a lot for if you were going to purchase it at a home goods store, but still turned out really good and definitely my style. Okay, so for this project, I'm using 2 of the bamboo cutting boards and then pairing them with some of these Hobby Lobby wooden beads. Now, if you can't find the cutting boards at your Dollar Tree, because I know a while back people were struggling to find them, you can just use 2 thin pieces of wood. I've made something similar with just wood and not using the bamboo cutting boards, but I feel like these just have more of a finished, polished look. You don't even have to paint them, stain them. They look good, natural, just as they are, so we can really dress them up very quickly. So for this, I am taking these Hobby Lobby beads. I just love these because of the color. Now this is a project from the front. It's going to look like a little bit more plain, but you can set it on an entryway table or somewhere where you can kind of angle it, and you're going to be able to see those gorgeous beads from the sides. I loved how this looks. I was really regretting that I didn't turn this into a riser, so I tried to make one in the next project, but for this one, I go ahead and I found this little pack of, it was called napkin words or something. You're supposed to put them on your plate settings, but it was really inexpensive for a pack of wooden words from Hobby Lobby, so I grabbed those, as well as my favorite floral pieces. Now, a lot of Dollar Tree's florals are $1.75 right now. They have a new $3 floral pick that I feel like is way more worth the money. You're getting a lot more floral pieces on it, but still some of my favorites. I don't care to go ahead and spend on these orange eucalyptus leaves leaves are way more expensive at other stores, as well as the little picks that have the berries, pine cones, pumpkins, leaves on them. I feel like there's just so much going on, but just pick out florals that you already have or get them on clearance after season and save them. But I feel like this is a really fun piece, so much detail. Like I said, you could angle this so that all the beads would show up, but a really fun piece to put together. Alright, and then I had to go ahead and duplicate this, so I'm making another one that I can use as a riser because I love that so much, and even placing them together to how they coordinate would look really good. For this one, I just kind of do the same pattern with the beads all the way around. You just want to be careful when you're making the riser to not add too much hot glue because it makes it look cheap when the hot glue is oozing out of the edges. So you just want to apply a little bit to the top and the bottoms, and then I feel like this needed some little legs, so I used a different type of beads so it wouldn't kind of clash with the beads in the middle of it. I used these really small, just natural beads, put them on the bottom, and this looks so cute. I think it'll be so fun to place on my island. I decorated up with some fall things that I had, but I love that pop of color. Alright, so I found these fuzzy pumpkins at the Dollar Tree, and I'm like, who would decorate with these? And I left them there, and then I come home and I thought about that time that I wax dipped teddy bears for Valentine's Day, and I could not stop thinking about these fuzzy pumpkins, and I had to go back and check 2 different stores to find them, something that I originally hated. I do this all the time though. So I melted down a couple of orange candles, and then dipping these fuzzy little pumpkins down into the wax, coating them really nicely, and then letting them drip off. I have a set of grill gloves that I use for this. I could not find them at the time and I looked everywhere, so I am using an older pair of my kitchen mitts, but definitely know that if you get a full like silicone rubber set of like grilling gloves, it works so much better just to keep those in your craft room. You're not worried about messing them up, but make sure that you let this drip out and get as much of the excess wax out. Let these dry. You can add essential oils to these, but give them a really fun effect. They're going to turn them from like little stuffed animal pumpkins into a harder like decorative decor piece. Really fun, and it's just such a fun thing that you have to try to do. So let me know if you try this, and the little teddy bears that I dipped back at Valentine's Day are still one of my favorite crafts. Okay, if there is going to be anything that I would recommend you to grab from the Dollar Tree, it's these LED pillar candles. Walmart, or the cheapest I can find on Walmart.com, is $5 for one 6-inch LED candle, and that's plain white. I feel like these candles are a great quality. They have the waxy feel on the edges. They have the flickering effect. They take the replaceable batteries. They're not worrying about the little tiny batteries that you can't replace like on some of the LED candles that Dollar Tree puts out. So these are a great find. It's a 3-pack. I paid $5. That's subject to change, but you never know at all these different Dollar Trees and all these prices being raised. But I knew the perfect project to put these to good use. I didn't want to ruin them, if you will. I wanted to actually display them really pretty as is, so I made a fun little riser. These little wooden peg dolls also were a new item to me at my store, so I thought they would make the perfect legs. So I just took a piece of wood, attached them to the bottom with some hot glue, and then stained this with my favorite Western oak stain. Pop some batteries in these candles, remove the plastic, and put them right on top, and just started decorating the front of this. I know we all can be really skeptical with the florals right now, and definitely skip on most of them. Check out Walmart or craft stores for floral, but I do love these tiny little sunflowers. I feel like they are just so pretty, and this year with these tall flowers, I thought they also were really nice and would make a perfect little garland for the front. So once again, I'm trying to get away from hot gluing any of this down. I want it to be versatile. I want to be able to remove my candles if I want to, or save this platform just being plain after the fall season. It's just a normal wooden little riser. So I tried to not attach anything and make it its own separate piece. I'll be able to pull this off and put on a Christmas one and Dollar Tree also had the white LED candles, so I can also grab those. But for this, I'm just making like my own little standalone garland to set right in the front. Anything I'm hot gluing is directly on the garland that can be removed. Go ahead, add a few more of those flowers. I tied them together with some jute twine, but I feel like this makes the perfect piece. Such a fun arrangement on a very low budget. Alright, another great find that I was super excited about were these glass candle holder lanterns. The tallest one stands at about 10 inches tall, and the smaller one is about 5.5, under 6 inches. And I feel like they are great quality. It is real glass. It's not a piece of plastic in there. They look really nice and well made. These would pair perfect with the brand new little spider LEDs from Dollar Tree. But also, if you have these orange LED candles, you can pop those in there as is and ready to go, no DIY required. But if you know me, I go a step too far. Sometimes I've been accused of adding too much stuff to my crafts, but that is just my style. I cannot leave it well enough alone. So I am grabbing some of my favorite pressed flowers. I'll have those linked down below. And these I already had on hand. I just picked out some fall florals or fall colors that I wanted, but got them off of Amazon, just applied some clear glue, put them directly on the candle, and you will see what an upgrade, or this is to me, what it looks like when you pop these back in the lanterns. Adds so much detail, warm, cozy vibes. Definitely one of my favorite projects in this video, and something that I'll be so excited to light up in the evenings for all of those upcoming cozy months. Wooden bowls are still super trendy. I'm finding them everywhere. This one was 50% off, so I got it for $13.90 at Hobby Lobby, and I am pairing this with some of my favorite $5 LED candles at the Dollar Tree. So I had purchased these in white as well as orange for a fall DIY, but I saw like this beige color and I had to grab it as well. It has the warm orange glow, which looks really good whenever this is lit up. I'm sticking these in the middle of this bowl. Now you could keep this a low budget DIY. You can pick up wooden bowls at the Dollar General for less than $10. I think they have one for $8. They have a smaller one for $5, and that is a really great place to shop for low budget decor pieces. But I am sticking a garland that I had on hand. I just decorated up my DIY videos with this, so I'm reusing it. But you could keep like some Dollar Tree florals in there or craft florals, but I think this turns out to be a gorgeous setting, and we did it way cheaper than purchasing it at the store. Dollar Tree is really stepping it up with their little woven baskets. I loved this one with the handles on the sides. I knew I could create something really fun with this, and somehow I over purchased too many of these little sunflower pieces. I had like 10 of them on hand. I guess I just grabbed a couple every time I went out, so I had to make a DIY with them. These are actually hollow, which works out really good in my favor. I took my drill and just drilled a hole large enough that these Dollar Tree dowel rods could fit into, and then I'm going to be pushing these all the way to the top so that they fit nice and tight on this stick. Then they will be able to be pressed down into like a flower bouquet or this basket and stick up really pretty. I love this idea. Instead of having to hot glue it on the back of the flower, you get more of a high-end look by drilling the hole, sticking it right through there, and then just adding styrofoam to this basket to hold these pieces up. I did try to give it the illusion that the back one, or the one in the back, was a little bit taller, so I didn't press it down quite as far, and then the front two, I just pushed them down to the bottom, and this makes a gorgeous bouquet. I added some little fabric around the bottom to hide the styrofoam. This is a fun project that goes perfect for late summer, but also I'll be able to have out all of the fall season. I was doing a Walmart pickup order for groceries a couple of days ago and I ran across this bowl. This is a huge wooden bowl. I thought it was gorgeous, so I definitely added that to pick up and went ahead and got it, but I'm dying to go in the store and actually look if they have any other options. This was less than $15, so it is a little bit more pricey than if you would have purchased something at the Dollar Tree, but you are not going to compare the quality of this to a Dollar Tree piece. I just love this. It shows in the photos you can add like decorative balls, little spheres in here, but all I could see was like a dough bowl with a candle poured in here. So a really fun hack is if you just melt down a couple of candles, I just went with the cheap Dollar Tree candles, and then just pour like halfway full or 3/4 full, and then add some little tea lights in here. It's gonna put the wicks in here. Now this is something I'm not going to burn. If you wanted to burn this all the way down, you would actually want to stick the wicks all the way to the bottom so you got the most out of your candle. But for this, I just pop those tea lights out of the metal holders or containers and then place them where I want them. Go ahead and fill it up with wax. The rest of the way, the little wicks are going to stick up. This is a gorgeous piece. Once again, would make an incredible gift idea, but I have purchased these for like $30 and $40, the large candle pour dough bowls, and this is just a budget-friendly way to get that same high-end look for a lot less. And I'm always coming across these large cutting boards. I call them more like real decorative cutting boards because they have the little hanger at the top or the little handle at the top. And I feel like those are so much nicer for decor in your kitchen area. So I wanted to take one of Dollar Tree's calendars. I know we used to craft with calendars all the time. So when I was in there, I saw some 2026 calendars that I had to grab, and I checked out the fall artwork on it, and it was this gorgeous Hello Fall with the pumpkins at the bottom, and I knew this would be perfect for this project. So a lot of people struggle with the calendar lines showing up whenever they Mod Podge down this, so I wanted to share with you what you can do. Just paint the back black. That is going to camouflage all of those calendar lines and numbers. Nothing's going to show through. It does wrinkle the paper a little bit, but I'm not even worried about it. I'm going to be coating this entire thing with some glue because I want it to intentionally look shiny and not just have the calendar shininess to it, if that makes sense. So I go ahead, Mod Podge this down. I do wrap it around the sides, and it does wrinkle a tiny bit, but you want to try to smooth it out as much as possible, and then we'll finish on the next step. Now you can kind of see what I mean. It's got a few wrinkles in it, and if I left this as is, I feel like it gives it more of like a cheap look to it. You can tell that I Mod Podge paper to it. So a really fun way to disguise that and cover it up is to actually tape off the paper part, because I want the wood to look really natural and not shiny either or see brush strokes. And then just take some clear Elmer's glue, and this is going to kind of act as our epoxy over the top. It's going to give it a nice thick clear coating, so everything's going to look intentional, and like the shininess will be like so much better, if that makes any sense. It'll look like it has a resin top on it versus just shiny paper. I feel like it looks way better, so I don't mind to take the time to do it. I let this dry overnight. You can do 2 coats if you want to, but I feel like it gives it such a better look. This looks so nice. No one's ever going to know that you used a calendar to decorate your kitchen. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. I'm so excited for more fall to come. Please leave me that big thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy crafting. Bye.